Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today I'm showing you how I'm getting ready for a date night. Today I'm going to be showing you my hair, my makeup and my outfit. So I've just washed my hair, I'm brushing it and I'm applying my Lizelle hair oil. This is lovely, super hydrating and nourishing on the ends of my hair, where because I have long hair I always want to make sure that it's super hydrated and it's not going to split or break. And just like that, I have dried my hair. I'm then going to put it up in a loose bun on the top of my head just to make sure it's all out of my face, ready for me to then go and wash my face. I'm taking a warm cloth just to open up any of my pores and dampen my skin, and then I'm going to take my Clarisonic and my cleanser just to cleanse my skin and help to do a bit of exfoliation as well. Then I'm going to take my Goddess Skin Clay Mask from Charlotte Tilbury and apply this mainly where my pores and blackheads are quite enlarged and where I just want my skin to look super smooth. Leave it on for 10 minutes and then remove it gently with the same warm washcloth. Now it's makeup time. Now just before I'm going to do my makeup, just to treat myself again, I'm going to do another face mask. You definitely don't have to do more than one face mask if you don't want to, but this one is different to the first one we used. So the face mask I'm going to be using is a Charlotte Tilbury Dry Sheet Mask. If you have not seen this, you're going to get a lovely sight. I'm going to look really scary, so I warn you now, if you don't like scary things, you might want to skip ahead. I love how this is a dry sheet mask, so obviously it's dry, and that way it's great if you do have other things to do. So I like to put this on, and within the 15 minutes I'm waiting for it to work, I'm tidying my room, I'm packing my bag, I'm doing whatever I need to be doing just to get those little jobs done so I can then sit down and get ready. So obviously when you take it out, it's completely dry, hence the name, but you have the white side and then you've got this more pale pink side with the Charlotte Tilbury emblem on there. And you're going to put the pink side onto your skin. Now I am going to show you how I put it on, but I'm going to look pretty scary. Making sure everything is lined up correctly before I loop it around my ears. So obviously starting with the top part of the mask and then going in with the bottom half of the mask. Then I'm going to take my fingers and just massage all over my face just to activate all those good skin loving ingredients. I really like to focus a lot on my jaw, my cheekbones, just because I find that's where I can retain a lot of water retention. I also really like to put the face mask on my eyelids as well as my lips, as this really helps to hydrate and nourish those areas. Also, this face mask penetrates deep down to your third epidermis, so it's super nourishing for your skin. And then as you can see, my skin looks super hydrated and much more glowy. And I also like to put some of this onto my neck and my chest just to really help hydrate and nourish those parts of my body as well. I love how that face mask has just made my skin look super hydrated. I highly recommend it if you want to treat yourself, if you are also a face mask lover like myself, or if you want to purchase it for somebody as well as a gift. I think it would make a lovely gift, and you can use it up to 3 times as well. To stick with the Charlotte Tilbury skincare, I'm going to use my magic serum and my magic cream. I've raved about these before, you know how much I love them, but I really like to use these as well on top just to lock in more moisture, and again these products look great underneath makeup. Just going to take a small little pipette and just put a couple of drops on my cheek and my forehead, and then just massage it in with my fingers. Just to hydrate my under eyes, I'm going to take my All About Eyes from Clinique. And then to hydrate my lips as well, I'm going to take my Moisture Surge Lip Balm. Now I'm looking super plump and super hydrated. I'm just going to let that all sink in to my skin. So I'm going to wait a good 10 minutes and then I'm going to go on to my makeup. These products you have definitely seen a lot on my channel, but they're just my favourite. They work so well on my skin. They last all day and all night and they're just amazing. So of course for primer, my Smashbox primer, I love this. If you do have more enlarged pores or more oily like me, you should probably give this a go because it's really, really good. Just take a small amount on my middle finger and then I'm just going to press it into the areas where I feel like I need it the most, which tends to be the centre of my face. To add even more glow and hydration to my skin, I'm going to take my Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 1 Fair. Again, this is amazing. I love this stuff. And I just focus this on the high points of my face, everywhere where I'm going to apply highlighter later on. I'm just going to take my fingers just to really blend that into my skin. Just see the lovely glow it gives. Next, for foundation, I'm going to take my Airbrush Flawless Foundation again from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Too Cool. And I'm just going to blend this in with my Beauty Blender. Now, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, I will link them down below. I've recently purchased the e.l.f. concealers again. I love these. If you guys have watched my videos before, you would know I do love these. And I just got some top ups of the shades which I use, which is Fair Warm and Medium Sand. So I'm gonna mix both of these together. Really, really love this concealer. I like buying 2 shades so I can customize it depending on how brightening I want my concealer to be or how much I want it to match my fake tan or my natural tan. I really, really love these. It is obviously a matte finish, so under the eyes I go a bit sparingly because I don't want it to look too matte or like too dry under there, but I love these for all over my face and the under eyes. Just going to take some of the darker shade around my nose and a little bit just here as well in the centre of my face. Well, I just want a little bit more coverage, but I don't want it to be too brightening. With the lighter shade, I'm just going to put a little bit more underneath the eyes and right where I want to add a bit more brightness. Again, I'm just going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. I do get quite a bit of redness around like my jaw area, so I do like to take whatever's left on the sponge and just blend it along my jaw. And also when I'm resting my face on my hands and stuff, that tends to come off a bit, so I always try to make sure I've got enough coverage on my jawline. And again, whatever's left, I like to just press on my eyelid just to create a nice base for the eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand and the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in Pinkgasm. Now, I know this is heavily Charlotte Tilbury, but I really do love using her products when I've got a special event because I just feel like they look stunning on the skin. But of course, I do have other favourites that I will use, but tonight, it's these. I do love when you blend it out that it's not as dark, so you can really, really build this up, which is nice. I feel like as well I don't need to rush to blend this out, which is always nice. I hate it when you have to be quick with a product. And then the blusher, I just think this is such a gorgeous shade. Now I just like to leave all the cream and liquid products just to sink in a little bit naturally themselves, and I'm going to go on to my brows. I'm going to go in with my brow gel from Rimmel. This is in number 3 Dark. I'm just going to brush the brows up and out. I love how small this wand is. I say it every time, but I just love it. I think it's such a great size to get all of my brow hairs. What I'm also going to do to make them look a little bit thicker is I'm going to brush them the opposite direction as well. It looks a bit crazy at first, but it's really good at making them just look a little bit more bushy. Then once they're like that, and then I'm going to take the spoolie again, just brush them up and out again. Like so. Just adds a little bit more fluffiness to the brows and fullness. It's just with brow gel. To set everything in place, I'm just going to take my Stay Matte powder from Rimmel. This is in number 1 transparent. Just going to take a fluffy brush and just place this all over my face. I'm going to focus most of the powder where I get a bit shiny and where I just want my makeup to set and last a lot longer, but I do want to keep some of the glow and dewiness to the skin. So as always, I'm going to go in with more of a pat-in motion first. That way I feel like I get the best coverage and it just doesn't disturb any of the liquid or cream products. Now to kind of keep that glow and still set in place, that makeup, I'm going to use the Ambient Lighting Powder Luminous Light from Hourglass. This isn't a setting powder, it's like a finishing powder, but I find it works really lovely at just holding all that glow and shine on my skin. It just really gives a nice soft focus to the skin, but it just still maintains that dewy and glowiness to the skin. For bronzer, I'm going to take my Tom Ford Glow Bronzer in number 02 Terra. Then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder in number 1 Fair. I like to take this powder and just clean up under the bronzer. And I'm just going to add a little bit to my nose just to make sure it's not going to get too oily. And the same in the centre of my forehead. I'm just going to press whatever's left on that sponge. I know, I look crazy. This is a form of baking that I really like to do, and this powder is amazing because it's not super matte looking, it has a nice sheen to it, so when I do brush it away it's not going to look really dry or anything. I'm also going to use this powder to set my eyelids. I'm also going to put a little bit under my eyes as well, right in this inner portion bit, just so it looks super bright. Now while I'm just going to let that all kind of sit and set, I'm going to go in with my bronzer just in my crease. I'm taking it on a super fluffy brush just because I just want it to be a nice wash of bronze. I'm just going to remove my under eye, my nose and forehead. Just see how it's brightening, but it doesn't look really dry. Okay, now for eyeshadow, again, I'm terribly sorry, but it is Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Luxury palette in Copper Charge. This is probably my favourite eyeshadow palette she's ever done. I really love this, and obviously the Pillow Talk palette, but I love how this is just 4 shades, but I use this all the time. So I wanted to use these kind of tones tonight, so I'm going to go in with the more matte one. I use it on the same fluffy brush and just be very, very delicate with it. If you're ever worried something's too pigmented, just always tap it on the back of your hand as well. I'm just going to buff this where we put the bronzer, but focusing mainly on the outer corner. I just want a little bit of warmth and definition. No more than that. Next, I'm going to go in with this shimmery shade on my finger. Press this right on my eyelid, on the centre and the inner portion of my eye. This eyeshadow formula is just incredible. You get the most pigment with your finger as well. That's why I like to do this. These shades as well, I love them. They just make my eyes pop. And then taking that fluffy brush again, just to make sure it's no harsh lines between the shadows. Then I'm just gonna take away that bake. Now for eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with my Rock and Kohl pencil, again from Charlotte Tilbury in Bedroom Black. I love a kohl pencil for this because it's really easy to blend out. And with the pencil, I'm gonna try and create like a more smoky kind of wing. And I'm also gonna take it a little bit into the inner corner as well. Try and stay as close to the lashes as possible because that will just make the lashes look a bit more thicker and fuller. I like to constantly open and close my eyes as well, just so I can see the placement of the product a bit better. And I'm gonna stop when I reach like the middle of my eye. Just do light strokes, just to elongate the end of that eyeliner just a little bit. I'm gonna take an angled brush and just buff this out. And then for the inner corner, I'm just gonna very lightly go along the inner corner and just stop again to the center point. And then blend that out. On top of that, I'm gonna go in with my Clinique Pretty Easy eyeliner in brown, just to neaten up those edges. And I like the brown because it's a little bit more softer. I'm just going to look straight on and just see roughly where I want to elongate it. Just like there. And then just join that up. I saw Chloe Morello do this trick to her eyes and I was obsessed. So I really love it. I'm trying to create more of that almond kind of shape because my eyes are quite round, if you can see. It's just kind of giving it a little bit more of a dramatic look, but still not looking too heavy on my eyes. I'm going to take the angled brush again and just kind of buff where we've left that gap, just so it's not too harsh. So whatever's left on the brush, little flat brush with that shimmer shade, and just really press that over the top as well, like so. So just keep adding and building and blending until you're happy with it. And now you've just got to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Then I'm just going to curl my lashes and add mascara. I'm just going to take the gold shade in the palette and use this as my brow bone highlight. As well as in the inner corner. To add a little bit more definition to the outer corner of my eyes, I'm going to take the Baby Demi Wispies from Ardell eyelashes. These aren't too intense, which I really like because I don't like anything too heavy on my eyes, but I like how there's definition on the outer corners. And then for my lower lash line, I'm just going to take a mixture of both of these shades together and just buff them out. Now for blusher, I'm going to take my Tom Ford Duo in Reflex Gilt. This is a sheer highlighter. I'm going to take the pink one just because it's more of a blush on me. This is really nice and glowy, so I'm just going to take a small amount. To add that bit more of a gold, just like we do on the brow bone, I'm going to take my Laura Geller Gilded Honey. This is one of my favourites. It's such a beautiful gold shade. Finally for lips, I'm going to take my Hazelnut Tea Lip Liner from Laura Mercier. I'm going to take my Kiko lip gloss in number 18 on top. And finally, to set everything in place, I'm going to take the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Okay guys, so I'm all ready now and I just quickly wanted to show you my hair and my outfit. So for my hair, I just kept really natural. My hair is naturally straight anyway, so I just brushed it. I'm just going to keep it behind my shoulders, I think, tonight. For my outfit, I've just got a Topshop black blazer on and I'm pairing it with a Zara black, just basic little crop top with my mum jeans from Zara as well. And then I've got these cute little heels on from New Look. And then the bag is also from New Look as well. I hope you guys enjoy this get ready with me, showing you how I do my hair and my outfit and my makeup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.